Hey, it is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really, say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Yes. I miss y'all so much. We have much to discuss on today. Don't look for nobody because y'all are stuck with me. Yes, y'all are. And before I get some rambling, I'm going to wait for a couple more people to come in because I do have an idea. So I am going to wait for a couple more people to come in. But in the meantime, between time, for those of you, shout outs to Aunt Etta for always pulling up to the Pusher community. Good evening to you. I appreciate your consistency and your support. I definitely do. Thank you. Today I did not have the capacity to do what I typically do, what I said I was going to stop doing, because I need you all assistance in this process. So I did not send the link out. So hopefully people have their notifications on. But today, who shows up is who's supposed to show up and hear what it is that is in my heart. And today's topic is, can I just be honest? Can I just be honest? That is the topic on today. And I know we all say that we are honest people. We want to be honest people. We say that we are honest people, but are we really? Or how honest are we? Just because you're blunt, just because you speak your mind does not mean you are honest. Just because you are speaking what's on your mind does not mean you are being honest. High Def is in the building. I see you. I definitely need the push from the community. So let's just get into it. I'm not even going to delay any longer. You know, I like to maximize every second and every minute in this hour. And so I'm just going to go straight forward. Yes, forward ever, backwards never. I'm here. Yes, thank you. I see you. I thank you. Again, I just want you all to know the topic is, can I just be honest? So one of the things I want to be honest about on today is that I really, from my heart to yours, I appreciate everyone in this community that shows up every week, that shows up in prayer, that shows up in any type of way that you show your support. I appreciate you. I really do. It is not easy to do this every week. And then, as you know, life never stops lifing. We say this because it sounds slick. Life is lifing, but life never stops lifing. It's us mere mortal human beings that has to make the decision every day to live productively, to live with purpose, to live. And I just want you to know that I appreciate you. It is difficult. And because the topic is, can I just be honest? I want to be honest with you all and let you know what space I've been in and what space I am in today. Understand that I know what I need to do when I am faced with difficulties, when I am challenged. Understand I really do know what to do, but sometimes you don't want to do nothing. And sometimes doing nothing is doing something. And just figuring that out and learning. And that's where I am today. I don't want to force myself into anything. I don't want to commit myself just to anything. You already know I've been on this road where I do not like to waste my words. And I find myself going back to that, just practicing my right to remain silent. I don't have to speak about it just because I know it, especially if no one asks me. I don't always have to reveal how much I know or what I know unless it is necessary. And so I'm back in that pocket of really practicing my right to remain silent with purpose. Because when I'm silent, I'm still being active. I'm actively listening. And right now I'm choosing to actively listen to myself. The title is, Can I Just Be Honest? And so in this season in my life, I'm just choosing to do something a little bit different. And the difference is I have to show up for myself in a way in which I've never shown up before. I show up for everybody else. And every now and then I got to slow down and really, really, really get into me, my mind, my heart, my spirit, my body. I got to check in. We oftentimes are work. We grinding. And yeah, sure, we find balance. We have fun and all of that. But for me, it is important when my heart has endured unpleasantries, when my tears have been flowing uncontrollably. That is an indicator to me that I need to go inward. And I not necessarily make changes or adjustments, but sometimes you do find yourself making changes or adjustments when you go inward. And for me, going inward, traveling into that place to just make sure that my heart is good. I don't know how you all deal with grief. I don't know how you all deal with loss. But somebody asked me a question. And they asked me, why does grief have to be so sad? Why does it have to be so low and so dim and so gloomy? And I said, well, who said that? Who said that the process had to be that way? Your process can be however you choose for your process to be. And it is no... I can't judge. The next person can't judge. In fact, I want you to help me so I can get where you are. Let me put my glasses on because y'all are chatting in the chat and I don't want to miss anything. Be still and know that I am God. It's okay to be still and feel. Yes. I'm telling you, for me, it is really, really important to really sometimes just be still and feel. I am so quick to want to fix things. I want to make adjustments. I want to do what I need to do so that I can move forward in my pace. And sometimes for me, let me speak for me since I am the one being honest. These last couple of days, I really have been saying, look, I don't want to keep feeling the intensity of all the things that are going on within my parameters or outside of my parameters. I just don't want to be in a lowly place. I don't want to be sad. I don't, want to feel those pangs of discomfort. But the truth is, in life, we're going to find ourselves experiencing these uncomfortable emotions. And for me, the question I had to ask myself, well, what are you going to do with it? And because I have no control over the causes, I do have control over how I manage the effects. If you don't get that, you'll get it tomorrow. If not, call me and we can talk about it. But for me, in this season, I'm choosing to be really, really present and be still. I don't have the urgency anymore to fix or to adjust. I just have the urgency to continue to heal. And if this is how my process is going, I embrace it. I will welcome it, because I assure you it is taking me closer to where I want to be. But I just want to know, I want to know from you all, like, is it different? Are you honest? Are you honest about your heart, about your mind, about your spirit, about your body? Are you honest? I've noticed now that the weather has changed, my body goes through some stuff, I'm trying to tell you, and I don't like nothing about it. Although I don't like anything about it, I've adjusted to it. Although I don't know when a pain is going to come, I know it's going to come. And so instead of, being upset about it or being agitated about it, I just found a way to adapt and find a new normal and how to move in it. And it's just so happened it's taking me a little slower than normal. And I had to make peace with that. It may be age. One day you start to learn yourself honestly. It could be because I'm at a place where I'm really, really understanding the importance for me to just be honest. I feel like when you are, and again, there is a difference between being honest and being blunt and speaking your mind. It is totally different. It is a different thing. See, when you being blunt and straightforward, it is you being impulsive and having no regard for the people or the person you are talking to. Then maturity will help us deal with ourselves honestly. So I guess it's safe to say, people, I'm a little bit more mature than I was yesterday, because I am telling you, if I can't be honest with myself or other people, I am going to be quiet. I am. I really am. That maturity understands the difference. And so I will embrace the fact that I have matured, because I definitely have learned in these last couple weeks that there is a difference. And I've learned that just by going inward and understanding how I am now today responding to life challenges and difficulties and obstacles. I am now confronting them and handling them a little bit more responsible than what I was before. What I mean by that is, there was a time I didn't honor my emotions. I didn't honor my own process. Why? Because I needed to get the job done. I needed to be wherever I needed to be. I needed to get whatever it is that I needed to get done. I needed to get done in excellence. So I will put me on the back burner, how I feel, what I think, so that I can please the one who gave me the task. And now I am like, no, that's backwards. As sincere as my efforts are, it definitely had to get flipped. And so I flipped that thing. And once I flipped it, I realized that what I owe myself is to just be still and do nothing but feel. And once I allowed myself to go through that, it's like, now what? Now what do you do? What can you do? You own it, you accept it, and now you find a way to move forward with purpose. Move forward because you have learned whatever lesson you needed to get for yourself. Or not, it don't even all the time have to be that deep. It just doesn't. Not for me anyway. And so now I'm just learning to just be open to life and what life has to offer, good, bad, or indifferent. And because I know that I have no control outside of myself, then I have to make peace that I am going to continue to experience seasons of brokenness, or seasons of dismay, seasons of discomfort, seasons of disappointment, seasons of really feeling that physical pain. Not even seasons, it could be a day, a week, but you get what I'm saying. And I just got to the point where I just want to be completely honest with myself. And like, self, today is just one of them days. And you don't have to put on a mask. You don't have to show up in any other kind of way, but as you are. And I say this to people, but I really say this to myself. Because in order for me to get the aid and assistance that I need, I have to be willing to be honest. And being honest doesn't always necessarily have to come out with words. It's even in your actions. I know so many people, they speak with authority and they speak with a level of boldness. But I'm saying, even in that, I challenge you. How honest are you? So today I can say that I got a lot going on inside my body, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. Like, I got some stuff going on. And guess what? I feel good about it. I feel good about it because guess what? Today, somebody did not get up to experience even the hardships of life. You can still find something to be grateful for. And so that's where my motivation comes from, to just keep pushing, no matter how I feel, no matter what it looks like, no matter what I'm thinking, I can push forward and keep going no matter what. But even in the stillness, I'm still going. There's still momentum. Just because I'm feeling, don't mean I'm not showing up. It doesn't mean that I'm not handling my business. It just means I got to slow down a little bit. I got to back up, or I got to move to the side, or I got to tell you not right now. Since we're being honest, here's something else that has been on my mind because somebody had challenged me. Why they did that, I don't know. But they challenged me about people who choose to be isolated, who chooses to be by themselves. So here's a little content. So for Thanksgiving, I was so pumped up. I'm telling you, I was so pumped up leading up to Thanksgiving. I had one goal and one goal only: to cook a feast. And guess what? I did that. I cooked it. I started the day before. I started Wednesday. That's why I had a pre-record, because I was in a groove. I had a goal and I had to execute it. So I started Wednesday night when I got in, and then Thursday morning, got up, got myself together, and I started cooking. And I'm telling you, I cooked a spread, honey. And by the time I was done, I was tired. Shout out to the mothers out there who got children, who cook, who work and do. I don't know how y'all do it, honey, but I cooked and I was exhausted, but I had fun. I had fun doing it, and I was doing it by myself, cooking by myself. Keisha came home playing around, fake helping. But then guess what? After I cooked, she rolled out, and guess what I did? I got in my bed once I was finished. And I was content. I was at peace. My phone rings. I answer my phone. So I'm talking, just having a casual conversation. And then I guess it dawned on a person that I was not outside. And so they asked where I was at. And I said, I'm in the bed, chilling. It's Thanksgiving. Why are you in the bed? Why? Because this is where I choose to be. And so I found myself for 10 minutes arguing with somebody, trying to convince them that I'm not depressed, that I'm okay. I spent 10 minutes going back and forth trying to convince somebody. Now, what sense does that make? That makes sense of that. I literally spent 10 minutes arguing with somebody about my peace, about my freedom to choose that which I desire. And I desired to be to chill. And I was okay. I was at peace. Just because people prefer to be by themselves does not mean that they are depressed. And guess what? I find clarity in my isolation. Just because I'm not with you or I don't want to hang out does not mean I'm going through something. I'm telling you, I prefer to be in the house. I come out because I like to come out, but I like to come out when I want to come out. And guess what? When I want to stay in, I stay in. But I really had to laugh at myself. Like, why are you arguing about your peace, about what you choose to do with your peace? Because you know, every time you leave out of your house, you sharing your peace. And then sometimes you don't take your peace, you leave your peace in the house and you don't take it with you. And that's why you find yourself when you leave the house, you feeling good, you smelling good, you looking good. As soon as you come across that one person, now your day is crazy. That's because you left your peace in the house. You can learn a lot. For those of you who like to talk, to like to be outside, you can learn a lot from people who spend a lot of time with themselves. And I'm not just talking about anybody. Yes, there are people that don't like me. For instance, I can be by myself today and handle it. Why? Because today I'm comfortable in my own skin. We're talking about, can I just be honest today? Because I come from a place of insecurities. But today I am comfortable with me. I appreciate me. I love getting to know who I am and whose I am. I appreciate that. And I don't always get that when I'm outside. I get more when I'm into myself, when I am isolated, because your isolation, you may think when you look around that you're by yourself, but really the presence of the Father is always here. So even times when I feel pains of loneliness, guess what I do? I ask for the Father. I need to feel your presence, especially when I don't want to be around people. But I want you to know that it is okay. It really is. I know that's right. Me, myself, and I are the best people, not fake helping. I'm an only child. My room growing up was my sanctuary. I know that's right. I'm not the only child. And I had to learn to love myself. I had to learn to appreciate myself. I had to learn to be in a relationship with myself. And because I went through the process, and because that was my heart's desire, today I am okay with my own company. I laugh at my own jokes. I do. I'm corny. I know. I am not a comedian. I am not naturally funny, but people think I am. But I be serious and they be laughing. But I am the same person everywhere I go, even when I am by myself. And so it does not, when I'm saying this to say, I'm sharing this because, can I just be honest? Because I want you to know what's going on with me and where my thinking is, because sometimes I don't want to do this. And I'm just being honest. Introvert vibes on 100. Yes, I do tap into my default. That is my default. And I will tap into that in a minute, because I recognize that I have the power and the authority to control that. To when to be an introvert and an extrovert. But my default is an introvert. I've learned how to be an extrovert, but that is not my default. And most people forget that. I am an introvert. And I know that conversation on Thanksgiving, that person, I'm not sure if they even know me well enough to even identify if I'm an introvert or extrovert. The fact that I was arguing about the fact that I wanted to be in my bed on Thanksgiving is what took me out. It wasn't the person, it was me. I was the problem, not the person. I take full responsibility, because 10 minutes, 11 minutes. Actually, it was 11 minutes that I argued why I chose to go to bed on Thanksgiving. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. But I want to know from you all. I know I can't be the only one. How honest are we? Are we honest, or do we just say what we got to say? However it come out. Because I'm telling you, I found myself in the last couple of weeks, and I know because my heart has been broken, I've been sad, experiencing a whole bunch of emotions, and I'm like, I can't be everywhere at one time. I can't show up right now for everybody. I can do some things, but I just didn't have the capacity. Even last week, I was so tired. I was so tired of talking. I was so tired of. I was just depleted. There ain't no other way of saying it. I was depleted, and so I did not want to come on here and just be sitting because we would just. I had nothing to give, and I'm just being honest. She said it was a waste of breath. Yes, and the way that I be tripping about my oxygen, I try to consider others even when I'm honest. And so in this process, I've learned that being honest and being brutally honest, blunt, is two different things. It really is. I've learned that. And that's why I decided in going through what I've been going through, I've decided to kind of like, all right, you need to be quiet. You need to be quiet. You need to go to that place because that's the place that you can hear clear. That's the place you can see clear. That's the place where you don't have to have a conversation to know what's going on with somebody to know what to pray. It's in that space. It's in the quiet, in my quiet. I don't know how it works for everybody else, but for me, when I'm in that space, when I'm not trying to figure it out, when I'm not trying to understand, when I'm just totally surrendering all and just being present. It goes back to what Miss Prince said about being still so that you can feel, just being present in whatever moment you in. So much can come out of that. And I grow most when my mouth is shut. I hear more when my mouth is shut. And so that's why I'm not quick to pick up the phone when I'm going through something. That's why I'm not, I ask the questions as I am going through or when I'm coming out of it. But most of the time, before I pick up the phone, I am consulting with the Father. And I'm really trying to figure it out. And now that I got to this place, it ain't really nothing much that I have to figure it out. All I got to do is just be still and be present. Because that's doing something. See, we look at that as we're not doing anything. We're not getting anything done, but you are. Because even in your silence, you are speaking. I'm telling you. I am telling you. This week I've just decided. I've just decided, you know what? The person that I'm choosing to be honest with is myself. Because when I choose to be honest with myself, I could be honest with everybody else, with no problem. With no problem. And I'm telling you, I was not discouraged. It wasn't anything that happened out of the way to say that, oh Lord, I don't want to do this. It's just, I found myself in a space where it just, Lord, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this where you really want me at? And I'm saying not just here in front of y'all, but I'm saying in different areas of my life. And I recognize that when you experience hardships, you do ask difficult conversations. They do come up. And I recognize that subconsciously, I had already been thinking about these things. I just didn't consider having a conversation about it until something happened. And that's what I mean by sometimes we just got to be still and check in with ourselves. I don't want to become so comfortable in what I'm doing that I forget. Because it's easy. It's easy to forget. It's easy to go to just go with the flow. It's so easy to get comfortable in where you are. And so I'm just, it just means so much to me to have a body of people to show up every week expecting something. I appreciate it because you don't have to, you're choosing to. And every time you choose to, what it says to me is keep going. So we all got a responsibility to one another, because every time, in spite of how I feel, when I show up and I see one person, that one person reminds me, today it was on Etta, the first person, and it reminded me to keep going. See, for me, that's all I need. That's all I need. Because I want to live an honest life. Because if you can live an honest life, and just because I'm being honest does not mean it takes anything away from the other person. It doesn't. Let me see what y'all saying in here. Season. It gets cold outside. We start to recognize it's winter. Put on a coat. When the seasons change, things and we change too. It's all okay. Thank you. That was confirmation. And it affirmed. It affirmed some things for me, because if you step outside this morning, if you went somewhere, now and I know in Texas it ain't cold. Don't feel like it feel right here now. But when you stepped outside, you adjusted your approach to how you was going to keep walking outside. If it today wasn't that cold, it wasn't that bad today. Yesterday it rained yesterday, and so if you had to leave out in the morning time, you didn't look out your window or looked out the door and complain that it was raining or, oh my God, I'm gonna get wet. You went and got an umbrella, right? You went and got an umbrella or a raincoat or something, or you just thugged it out. Me, I thugged it out. Put my coat on. I was standing there contemplating. Should I put my hood on or grab an umbrella? I had already locked the door, just standing there, looking crazy. And I decided to put my hood on and keep it moving. So many of us, when you are experiencing unpleasantries, do we complain about it or do we do something about it? This morning was cold. I sure did wrap that scarf around my neck. Texas was cold. I went out and did an immediate about face to get a coat. Oh, it was cold. Wow. Bless your hearts. But you turned around and went and got a coat. Why? Because you did not want to subject your body to being cold. The cold kind of it doesn't prevent the coldness, but we will not be as cold. So you did something that would protect your body. That is the same thing internally when we are going through. We can't just let it just sit and we do nothing. We have to be intentional. And that's why I'm saying this ain't for everybody. I think High Def said it takes a level of maturity. So I'm only talking to those that are mature. She said immediately did an about face. I know that's right. It was that cold. Woo! I'm telling you. So many of us, if we just stop, if we just be quiet, I'm telling you, here's the homework. I just want you to practice before the next person that asks you a question and asks you to do something. Before you respond, I just want you to be quiet and listen to that voice. And whatever how that voice inside of you respond first, that's your truth. That's your truth. That exposes where you are. But we don't quiet ourselves long enough. So let me give you an example. If somebody was to call my phone right now and ask, most people call my phone and just start talking. They just start talking. They don't ask if you're doing, is you busy, is you doing something. I prefer you to text me first to see if I'm busy or doing something. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Because I'm gonna answer the phone if I can. If I can't, I'll get to you. But the point that if somebody call me and ask me, can I do, I'll say a 30-minute session. Everybody knows what Wednesdays is, but some people, for whatever reason, they still feel a need to call me on Wednesdays. And sometimes I do oblige. So once I'm finished here, I do take phone calls. I do get on the phone most times and I talk, and I don't want to. And so this is the honesty part. If somebody called me today, I am going to have to sincerely decline today because I simply don't have the capacity. I just don't today. I need somebody to pour into me. I need somebody to encourage me. I ain't got it today. I don't. And so I would have to be honest and say no. Most of the time I would just go ahead and do it regardless of how I feel. But today, on this Good Wednesday, I am being honest. If I get a call, if I get a text, I'm not doing it because I really don't have the capacity to do it. I don't feel well. I don't. And guess what? Today, which is different from me, I don't apologize. And I am at peace with that. I really am. So if you're listening, you're one of the ones that call me, take it personal. Yes, take it personal. Because you teach people how to handle you responsibly. I realized another thing too. You don't have the power or the authority to hold me accountable. I've been sitting with this too. But you can handle me responsibly. It is the individual's responsibility to hold themselves accountable because I can't do it for you. I can only encourage you. I can empower you. I can motivate you. I can talk to you, but I don't have the power or the authority to hold you accountable to anything. But I can handle you responsibly in your process and in your go through. So that's just for me. That was another takeaway. This, can I just be honest? That was another takeaway from this experience. See, I can't never go through nothing and not learn something about myself. Why I got to be like this, I don't know. But I'm telling you, when my heart goes through it, I don't come out of it the same. I don't. I've never been that kind of person. And I'm wondering, like, is something wrong with me? Am I an extremist? I don't know. But I cannot go through anything and come out of it and I am the same. It has never been that way. I learn, I grow, and I make adjustments. And I'm telling you, my heart is still sad, but it isn't as heavy and it isn't as tight as it is because I'm choosing to rejoice. I'm choosing to be glad. I'm choosing to have gratitude. Why? Because I'm still here. For whatever reason, with all my ailments, with all my craziness, with all my flaws, I'm still here for whatever reason. And so because I'm still here for whatever reason, God, I'm available to you. Where do you want me to go? Who do you want me to serve today? And right now in this season, I hear God telling me, you. I need you to show up for you. I need you to take care of you. Tell yourself. Don't tell yourself it's going to be okay. Tell yourself what it is. Tell yourself what it is that you really want. And I had to do that. I didn't ask God to heal my broken heart because it's the given. I know it's done. What I did was, God, help me go through this broken heart. Tell me what decisions I need to make while I'm going through. Give me the wisdom and give me the words to speak. Give me the countenance that I need to show up in places that I don't really want to go and speak in front of people I really don't want to speak. God, see, this is the level of honesty God has taken me to. Why? Because it's necessary. It is necessary. And so I am extending, I thank y'all for just allowing me to rant and ramble, but I am telling you, it just has been a couple weeks. I'm trying to tell you. I wish I can share a text I sent a person who was pushing up on me for support. I said, right now, we will both drown. When you find healing, pray for me. I feel like a grown woman. Oh, Michelle would love that. Sorry for the wording, but that's how it felt on. Sorry. Listen. Now, can I be honest? So I was just saying the words. I was going through the motions. Get it out, sis. I was just going through the motions because I was still showing up. I was still doing things for people. I was still giving sincerely my very best until I realized that there wasn't an overflow. I realized that I was pouring out what was left in my cup. Not realizing that I was depleting myself. What was in the cup was from me. I had nothing to give, but I still was finding a way to give. My time, my attention, and things that I needed to give myself, I was giving it away. Remember earlier I said sometimes when we leave out the house, we leave our peace with us. That's why when we run into that one person, our whole day is just crazy. Now it's the end of the world. We don't know which way to go. That's because you left your peace in the house. I just said, no problem. You get a pass. You get a pass. You get a pass. Why? Because even Aunt Ada understands that sometimes you got to shut your door. Sometimes you got to say, not today. Sometimes you got to say, I don't want company right now. Sometimes you got to spray people down with Lysol and hand sanitizer. That's what my Aunt did to me when I first came home. I got sprayed down. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to protect your peace, to protect your spirit, to protect your mind, to protect your heart. How can you be of service of anyone if we're not servicing ourselves? You can't forget you in the process, bruh. Sis, you just can't. I'm talking to y'all, but I'm really talking to myself. So I come here to be honest. I come here seeking. I come here for the push. I'm come here revealing what is going on inside of my internal environment. And I'm saying today, I'm showing up different from myself. I'm practicing my right to remain silent for a different reason. At first, it was to protect me from you. Now it's to protect me from me. Because you're not the problem, it's me. Every time I say yes and I should say no, I'm the problem. Every time I get up and get dressed and leave this door when I really don't want to, I'm the problem. Now, I'm saying because we being lazy, and I ain't saying we got responsibilities. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what we do in our free time. I'm talking about what we do on a day-to-day. I ain't talking about you showing up. Handle your business. You got to handle your business. You got to do your work. You got to do your job. But I'm saying those of us that go above and beyond the call of duty, those of us that are operating in your purpose and your gift, you are surrendered. You are releasing everything you are to the Father. I'm talking to you. You gotta know that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not have words to say. It's okay to not be the one. Because guess what? God will raise somebody up in that moment to show up. It's not, the world isn't going to fall apart because today you ain't got the capacity. I'm talking to me. I asked for permission. Can I just be honest? Carlita, she all right. He all right. God got this. So right now, all you can really have the capacity for is to pray. That's it. Sometimes make peace with that. Because guess what? That's doing something. I don't know, but I'm just in a season where I gotta protect my peace. I have to protect what is in me. I have to protect the gift that God has birthed in me. I have to protect my heart. I have to protect you all. And in order to do that as a community, I have to be honest. I have to be upfront. I can't just, I refuse, one, to suffer in silence. Two, I refuse to digress. I refuse to look at life different than what I look at it today. Well, all the things that is going on in the world, yet I'm not disheveled. I'm not discouraged. I listen. I take part in different conversations. I'm not turned off at all because I understand. Not that we're contagious, but because of my underlying ailment. You know, I love y'all. Yes, we know that you love us. I was making a point on Etta. You did that to protect you. And that taught me something. I can't get upset about that. See, some of us, we take it personal. We get upset. Now we didn't went and to the get along gang. Now we got so much to say versus just respect the person's honesty. What you want me to lie? What you want me to say I ain't home? When you show up, knock at the door and call, most people show up. They know I ain't gonna open the door anyway. I'll talk to you through the door, but I ain't open it because you should have called me and told me that you was coming. I might not even talk to you. The whole idea is your truth is your truth. And don't be afraid to be honest, sincerely. Why? Because you are responsible for you. I like the fact that Mrs. Prince said she, somebody, wanted her. Somebody requested her. And in that moment, she was honest and said, not right now. We both will drown. So if you find healing before me, come back and get me. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. And so right now, I'm saying I ain't drowning. I just need a little encouragement. I just need a little push every now and then. But I'm out of that space. Yes, my heart is still a bit heavy, but not heavy, but I'm grieving. That's what it is. I am grieving. And this is taking a little bit longer than I wanted to. But guess what? All is well. All is well. So I have some updates. We are at, hold up, because I want to give the right number. Now, most people won't be impressed. Most people won't be impressed. And I don't care. I'm excited. So today is December the 3rd, 2025. We are up to 210 subscribers, people. 200. Let me get. Yes. We are at 210 subscribers. Can y'all believe it? Talk to me in the chat. Are y'all excited about that? 210 subscribers. You know my goal before we get to July 31st. I believe that is the date. It was somewhere in July. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Now, the Healing 1 Million people, if you have yet now, I see who is in this chat. I've emailed everybody who has taken the pledge. Only one person responded this time. The same person that always responds. It's the same couple people that always respond. But nonetheless, I am communicating. I am giving the whatever to you all first that has taken the pledge. But if you don't respond back, then you're not going to get what it is that I am giving. Everything ain't for everybody. So if you see an email from your girl, I need you to at least say receive. Let me know you got it. Let me know you read it. Let me know you appreciate it. Why? Because the same way that I appreciate you all just showing up every week, supporting everybody that comes on here that is willing to share, to hit with the intent to heal out loud, because that's what this is about. We're healing out loud collectively. We're doing the work. One of the things that I want to do, yes, ma'am, you are on the email list because you have taken the pledge. Yes, and you're on there twice. So yes, I need you all to start checking your emails. Excuse me. Start checking your emails. New year coming, making a few adjustments. So yes, check your emails. I sent one for Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving. I'm doing my part to communicate so that we can get more involved, because I want to really, really, really start working on this initiative, Healing 1 Million people. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want you all to tell me your ideas. It's not just my vision, it's our vision. It's not just my mission, it's our mission. And if we are going to do this together, I want to put something together for everyone that has already taken the pledge, that we do this together and get other people to take the pledge. But I have an idea. So for those of you who have taken the pledge and would like to talk about the pledge, I need you to contact me so that we can talk about it on the platform, so that we can talk about it and get more people involved, healing 1 million people, one person at a time. Look how we have grown. We are at, I literally started with three people. Because before I even started my own, before we created the Pusher community, I was on another, shout outs to Trivia Inspirational Radio. I was on her network, and my very first one was pivoting through reentry under Pivot. And then I did that for 6 months, took a break. I was undecided, and then I found myself back doing it again. This time it was my platform on somebody else's network. And so now here, 210 people later, we have our own platform. God is really, really good. I'm excited about that. I know people got millions and millions of subscribers. Guess what? I am so elated because we started with 3 people. 3 people. I remember 3 people. But we kept doing it and kept doing it. And once I made the commitment, and once we start doing it, now we're growing. And we have reached 210 people. I'm saying viewership. I mean, who's present. I ain't even talking about the views, because the views be out of this world. And so I thank y'all for doing y'all part, for sharing. Those of you who share, those of you who post it on your social media handles, I appreciate all of that. Those of you who talk about it to encourage other people to come and be a part of it, I appreciate it. All of you in the chat that has came front and center. Like this can't happen without y'all. It just can't. And so another a thing, can I just be honest, that God is challenging me with is we're moving, we're growing, which means we got to add more stuff. I got shout outs to Michelle Fitzgerald. She done got me 2 more mics, Lord mics. I'm like, the girl is investing in me, and I'm telling you, it's the littlest things that just warms my heart. And she texted me out of the blue, said, "Auntie, I ordered you 2 more." That is an investment. That means to me, that's saying that you believe in what I'm doing. See, that is a reminder to just keep going. Just keep going. Because now people are starting to pour into. They starting to see the need, instead of complaining, instead of talking about, people are taking initiative to just pour into the Pusher community. And I'm grateful for that. I am. And another thing, the Pusher community, y'all showed out and showed up. I thank y'all for donating. Michelle Blythe has made it to the Bronx. I thank y'all for sending y'all donations. I thank y'all for supporting those of you who live out of state. I thank you. She has made it home. Her funeral is December the 20th at 9 a.m. and it will be held in New York. Yes. It almost slipped my mind because it's been a week and 2 weeks. But I thank you all. I thank my Pivot family for just, especially V for opening up the space, allowing us to do this. I thank the team, for helping, setting up. And it takes a village. And I'm telling you, I got the best family, the best team in the world. Them people rolled up their sleeves and helped out in any capacity that they could. They showed up and they showed out. And it was a great turnout. So many people came. We cried, we laughed, we celebrated, we danced a little bit. And I realized that I'm not as young as I used to be. Found that out real quick. But nonetheless, this community is it. I'm trying to tell you, I love the way that we take care of one another. I love the way that we show up in any capacity that we show up. It is appreciated. I'm telling you. And so, of course, I got to go through the process of another. Can I just be honest? Another process of asking for permission so I can go out of town so that I could be present. I was asked to minister and dance. And so I will, that is my heart's desire to honor that. And so I will keep you all posted. I'm going to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. I will get permission so that I can be there, in support, of Tiffany and Nugget, because as you know, Michelle Blythe remains my friend dearly now in spirit. Can I share one thing? When I first spoke to you after it happened, you said I was going to do all in my power to get her home. It wasn't what you thought, but what you did. But you did it. Wow, I didn't think about that. When I first spoke to you after it happened, you said I was going to do all in my power to get her home. It wasn't what you thought, but you did it. I didn't think about that. And it definitely takes a village. Definitely. I realized in that I am not too proud to beg. I am not too proud to ask for help, in any capacity. That had shown me, and the pusher community has shown me, that we have not because we ask not. It has shown me that you have to trust the people that is in your village to show up. You gotta let them do their part too. And the only way that they can show up and do their part is if you communicate the need, if you can communicate honestly. And so I'm just grateful that you all were standing in the gap in prayer, that you gave what you could give, because she's definitely out of here, gone, where her daughter want her and where I know that she's pleased. Yes. I so appreciate you. I know this was different. I was rambling today. I'm telling you, y'all know. I so appreciate y'all. I don't. We are going somewhere. We are moved. I don't know what God is up to, but I know He is up to something. And I'm saying, just stick around. Just stick around. Just stick around. And get some of this drip, because it's happening. It's happening. I'm telling you, I am excited. I don't know what is to come, but I know something is coming, and I am excited. I don't know what. Y'all better put that faith to work on purpose. Don't block our blessings. Say it. Yes. We have not, because we ain't saying it. We ain't saying what we want. We ain't going after what we want. And one of the greatest lessons that my big sister has really, I've experienced through watching her and listening to her, is that the power of your faith is crazy. Like when you really operate, when you speak through faith, when you live through your faith, oh my God, that can go somewhere else. Let me just calm down. We started on time, so we're going to end on time. I appreciate y'all so much on today. Y'all don't understand, because I could have easily went and pulled up another one from the archives, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to go another week. I can't go back to back like that. Only because I've made a commitment, not just to myself, but to you all, that whenever it is that I am going through, I will make sure that I share that, because I want you to know that I'm learning. I want you to know that I'm growing. I want you to know that this is why it's called healing out loud. If I have nothing to heal from, I have nothing to talk about. And not that I want to continue to go through life struggles. Lord, no, I don't want to keep learning every lesson with a scar. Good God Almighty. When you step out on faith, watch God show out. I'm telling you, she was about to blow the roof off. You better know. I'm telling you. But I'm going to calm down. You know what? I might talk about that next week. I might get somebody who bold on here on today, who wants to talk about crazy faith, who wants to talk about crazy radical faith. What is that one thing that you was believing God? It just seemed ridiculous, and He did that thing. I want to know about it. I want to be in your business. Can you share that? It could be one person, two person. I double dare you to come on a to come next week and share your testimony. It could be more than one person. I don't care, Brandy. I see you. I got you. I want to be in your business. I want to know, what is that thing, that ridiculous thing that you thought that was impossible, and God turned that thing around and showed you that he is the God of possible. He can make it happen if you just believe. I'm talking about that crazy faith, that dumb faith, that faith that you can't even explain. I know what that looked like because I seen it. Brandy volunteered herself. Okay, I got Brandy, I see you. Mrs. Prince, I see you. So we down for next week. High Def, if you getting on this train or what? Or you just throwing it back at Brandy. I see y'all. So let's get that. So next Wednesday, that is what we are talking about, that crazy radical faith. I want to be in your business. I want to know what God has done that blew your mind away because you thought that it was impossible. And I'm telling you right now that me talking to you, I once thought was impossible. I did not believe that this was going to happen for me because I didn't allow myself to see it. There was a time that I did not believe. There was a time that I did not understand. There was a time that I would not speak up, but I'm telling you, God turned that thing around. And now what you got? Asabi, the people pusher, out here pushing people, out here talking, out here speaking, out here moving and shaking. I'm telling you what all right. You got me excited right now. You speaking my language. He better come on, bro. So High Def Tone, is you with us or not? I already got Mrs. Prince. I already got Brandy. We waiting on your answer. High Def Tone, is you jumping on this? I was just trying to help, LOL, but I have a story or two. All right. Is you with it though? Yes. So nah, bro. I need to hear the yes or the no. We being honest. It's all about being honest. But we shifting. We growing. And I'm in a season right now, and I need to give God the glory. And I know. I want you to think about this. So we got 1 week from today. I want you all to think about this, that will be sharing this. I want you to think about this. I know that y'all heard of this thing called seasonal depression. That around this time of year, so many of our people go through depression. So many people lost loved ones in this season, and it's around the holidays and all of that. I want you to think about that. Somebody he is in. I see it. So I got Mrs. Prince, I got Brandy, and I got High Def for next week, and we will be talking about crazy radical faith. I want you to think about what you do. You ain't even got to think about it. Go on your archives. But I want to be all in y'all business. I want to know what God has done for you all. I want to know it. I want to hear the stories. I know that I will be blessed hearing what you all have to say. Until next time, I love you all, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Again, I thank you for lending me your ear, lending me your time. I do not take that for granted. It is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Have you gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One workbook and journal and people pusher? No, then travel over to pusherlife.org, go to the author's page, and you will find It Takes One to Know One and People Pusher. Come tap in.